Welcome to a Toast to Truth, and this is Season 2 intro episode. And so for those who did not listen to Season 1, I'm going to walk you through our different segments and what to expect this season. So before we get started, we always start with our welcome, and we start pouring our champagne. So pouring the champagne is symbolic because the name of this podcast is A Toast to Truth, and a toast is in regards to pouring your mimosa. So I like mimosas, I like brunch, and thus all the things you will hear this season as far as our segment changes will have to do with mimosas. So at the beginning of every episode, I welcome you and we pour our mimosa to get ready to listen to this week's episode. Okay, so after that, I always ask a question. So this question is for the entire season. Do you use your weakness as your breakthrough? I'll ask it again. Do you use your weakness as your breakthrough? Okay. This is Season 2, Intro Episode 002. And then I introduce my special guest co-hosts. All of my special guest co-hosts are people who I call friends. One of them will be family. But these are people I know. We're having a conversation. We're laughing. We're sharing about business, and you get to listen in on our conversation. Then after I welcome my special guest co-host, I then have us pop some bubbly. So Poppin Bubbles is a segment where we are celebrating something we're excited about in our business that is happening at the moment that we are recording our episode. So for the intro episode, my Poppin Bubbles moment is I have a second season. I'm so excited. Don't ask me where that came from, but I'm excited because I didn't think I was going to have more than one season. I didn't know how Season 1 was going to go. I didn't know if people were going to like it. People like it. So I'm back for Season 2. And that is my Poppin Bubbles moment. So now let's get into our quick discussion on the intro episode. Okay? So this season's theme is your weakness as your breakthrough. Before we begin, this is airing on June 5th, which is my mom's birthday. So today I want to wish my mom a very happiest birthdays. You know, what a way to kick off Season 2. And go to Women Are Game Changers on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and wish her a happy birthday. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so this season's theme is your weakness as your breakthrough. Well, at least in business, we're going to say our weakness can be our breakthrough, because I don't want to preach, I don't want to get into a lesson, but I will. The weakness we feel that we have in business is sometimes the one thing that's actually going to move the needle in our business. So we have to look at that weakness, and we have to take into consideration what are all of the possible options that weakness has to us to either help or harm our movement in business, our progression in business. Okay? So Season 2 has 13 episodes, like A Baker's Dozen, a reality TV season, or Jesus and His Homeboys. However you count to 13, that's what you get this season. So every Sunday this summer, June 5th through August 28th at 2 p.m. Central, it will be distributed through Lipson. But if you're on my newsletter list or my blog, you'll get the email. That's when you're going to hear new voices, hear new experiences, and hear more business insight. My guests are really good this season. I mean, like, last season was good. Season 1 was good. Like, they didn't know what to expect because I didn't know what I was doing. I know a little bit more now, just a little bit, but I know enough that season 2, my guest co-hosts were a little bit more prepared. They still weren't giving questions. They still weren't giving any information about what we were going to talk about. All they were given were the topics. That's it. They were given their topic, and they were given the day that we recorded, and because the whole season is recorded before I do my intro episode. So they had no clue. They just had to go with the flow. And one of my guests happened, I changed in the middle of recording the direction of the episode, and she went right along with me, and we had a great time, and we laughed a lot in that episode. So my poor guest co-hosts don't even know what to expect. So, of course, you're going to get more business insight from that. This season, we had my first male guest co-host, who also happens to be my cousin. And that will be episode, oh, shoot, I don't even remember what episode he is. Hold on, let me look, y'all. Let me look, because I want y'all, because it's going to air on Father's Day. Oh, it's episode 2. Okay. I should have known that one. All I had to do was look at a calendar. Anyway, so episode 2 is my first male guest co-host, and then I'm going to have international guests this season, a friend of mine from Toronto, and we have 2 island girls, so one from Jamaica and one from Grenada. I know people say Grenada, but I really don't think that's how you pronounce the country's name. I think it's Grenada, so we're going to go with Grenada because that just sounds better than Grenada. So Jamaica and Grenada are the island girls, so I'm so excited about their episodes. Funny, great, crazy stories from me and my guests this season and everything. Okay, so after we talk for a little while, we are going to then take a sip. Take a sip is our commercial break. So here we're going to take a sip on our intro episode. Okay, so here, this is where I share, what you can purchase. I will say this. I have a Truth Power session that will definitely help your business. In 90 minutes, you will gain the clarity you need, and you will have the action steps you need to take, and I will tell you how to take those steps. In 90 minutes, you can get your business right, seriously. So go to VanessaArfreni.com/Truth Confidant and book your Truth Power session. Also, Truth Confidant Journal is coming out this summer. My first physical product. Very excited about that. So go ahead, check that out. VanessaArfreni.com/Truth Confidant. Okay, so that's for a commercial. But it's not going to be like that on the episodes. I'm going to be very professional, y'all. I'm going to be very professional. I'll be very professional. We'll see. Okay, so then we go back into our topic discussion. So here, I decided to come back for a second season because I have so much more to say. Big surprise there, right? I have my little tangents, side notes, and rants, stories, experiences, knowledge, all to share. And I still have so much more after season 2. So y'all gotta keep coming back, keep listening, keep sharing, keep telling people that, you want to hear Toast Truth, because we got to make this happen. Okay, so I fell into entrepreneurship, and I've learned so many lessons. Most of them are expensive. So here I am sharing my lessons with a few of my friends. You'll hear a lot of laughter, crazy stories, and some pretty good suggestions to help you navigate out of your situation. Hopefully, if you listen and then you apply. You got to apply. You can't just listen. You have to also apply. You'll learn more about my first physical product, the Truth Confidant Journal. Really, really, really suggest you pick that up. You will hear about that throughout the season. You will also hear about me talking about my trip to Haiti coming up in September. I'm very excited about that trip is like something I've wanted to do for 20 years, and I'm going to do it, and I'm so freaking happy and excited. Okay? You should always check my blog to see what's going on, to see what I'm doing, because also, I post stuff there for you guys to have in one place. I would really suggest you get on my newsletter, though. My newsletter goes out twice a week, and I share everything there. Because, you want to be on the list because you're going to get some good information on the list. If you're on my list, you get to get information that I share every Sunday, every Tuesday. You want this. Stop playing. You want this. And you want to make sure that you don't miss an episode of A Toast of Truth. So you're on my newsletter list to make sure you get that every Sunday, June 5th through August 28th at 2 p.m. New episode is released. You will get an email about 2:30 to give it time to populate on Listen, Stitcher, iTunes, my blog. I'm going to get on Google. I'm going to figure out Google Play, y'all. Season 1, I had a hard time trying to figure out iTunes. This season, I'm going to get us on Google Play, so it'll be everywhere, and you can listen to it on your phone. Okay, so after we do our little topic discussion, then we do our final toast. Okay, final toast is our takeaway. So our takeaway from the intro episode is to pop your bottle, pour your mimosa, and enjoy the conversations every Sunday, 2 p.m. Central, June 5th through August 28th. We're going to be talking about the mental, emotional, and financial frustrations in business. That's the final takeaway. You don't want to miss it every single Sunday, June 5th through August 28th. This has been A Toast to Truth with Bernetta R. Freeney. That's me, letting you know that I'm coming back for a second season, and I cannot wait to share these experiences and stories, laughter, new voices with you on the one and only A Toast to Truth podcast. All right, and we always end with applause because we survived the recording and I didn't mess it up. Tune in to Season 2.